Take My Advice, show number 29, tape 11776, air TBA.
I have a girlfriend to ball piece. I don't stupid word. I think he doesn't have a problem unless he dates them both at the same time. Then he's
got a problem that I'd like to have.
And that's just one bit of advice you'll hear today when Lee Grant and her husband Joe Fury and Sammy Kahn and his wife Tita visit on Take My Advice. And now here's your hostess, Kelly Lange.
Hello. Hi there. Hi, everybody. Oh, you're in velvet. Hello. Thank you for coming down.
We're both wearing our boots?
Yes, we are. Yes. They're in this season. And thank you and welcome to Take My Advice. This is a show about problems, everybody's problems, and every day we depend on you. We depend on you to send us letters, and with the help of our guests here in the studio and the folks out there in the studio audience, hopefully we can hash them around and maybe come up with some viable solutions for you. And you might not know that Lee Grant had her first role at the Metropolitan Opera House at the ruddy old age of 4.
And it's been downhill ever since.
What did you do?
They was in an opera. They wanted a Chinese prince in it.
A Chinese prince?
Little boy? Yes, I was a little boy.
And Lee has won 2 Emmys, and Sammy Kahn, you've won a whole slew of Oscars, haven't you?
Well, I have my Oscars are my worry beads. See, when I go into a studio and to do a song, and if the producer, by any kind of attitude, seems not to like it, I just put my hand in my pocket and I start to play with my worry beads. May I show them to you?
Oh, please do.
These are my worry beads, see? They are four Oscars and an Emmy. See?
What are they for, Sam?
This first one is 3 coins in the fountain. This is the only Emmy ever given to a song for love and marriage, High Hopes, All the Way, and Call Me Irresponsible. And you know what that is?
A whistle.
I blow that when I lose.
Well, I'll tell you, all of those song titles sound like the solutions to some of our problems. You know, Call Me Irresponsible and...
No, I must tell you, I've been writing songs for over 45 years, and I think my songs have touched all the bases, the human emotions. If you meet a girl and fall in love, I wrote, When Somebody Loves You. It's no good. All the way. You get married, I wrote love and marriage, love and marriage. If it doesn't work, love is lovelier the second time around. Now, if you just want to fool around, give me 5 minutes more, only 5.
All right, let's see if you can apply some of your lessons in living to this person here who is a young bachelor from Santa Monica, California. And he writes, Dear Kelly, I have 2 girlfriends, a bald head, and a hairpiece. That's what he says he has. I don't wear my toque at work, but it does give me an ego boost when I go out on the town. People who don't know I'm bald never guess I'm wearing ear-to-ear carpeting because my hairpiece is such a good one. It doesn't look like it's pasted on with glue or like something trapped under the kitchen sink. Now, here's the problem. I have 2 girlfriends to keep happy. My girl down at the office hates it. She almost snatched it off my head before introducing me to her parents. But my other girlfriend says I look naked without it. What do you think? Should I wear it all the time or do my Yul Brynner? And we'll go to you, Sammy, since you have a lot of the answers.
I must tell you that there was an actor, a famous entertainer, who is alleged to have a toupee for every occasion. He has a toupee, for instance, which is his devil-may-care toupee, just a little wind-blown. That's for yachting. He has a toupee which is a little tousled when he's making love in the back seat of a car. He has a toupee which is really aroused when he is making love. And then he has his passionate toupee, hot passion toupee. It doesn't come off no matter what. His ears can come off, his nose can come off, but the toupee stays there. I would tell this fella to get in touch with my friend.
All right. And
Wear a toupee.
You'll
It's
hear
marvelous.
it. Write him a letter. No. But well, wear a toupee. It's okay.
Wear a toupee. It's marvelous.
Even if there's one girl that doesn't like it.
Get rid of the girl. A lot of
Okay.
girls like toupees.
What do you think, Tita?
I don't see that he has a problem. Why he has to do one or the other. When he's with the girl that likes it, wear it, and when he's with the other girl, take it off.
Very logical.
I love it.
Lee, what would you say?
I'm with him. I think that it's kind of wonderful that with one, she says, you know, wear it, I like it. The other one says no, so he doesn't. That he's open about it. He puts it on, he takes it off. Because I remember, you know, a guy who made I was in a room with, and he was trying to tell me that there was something about him that wasn't true, and I got frightened by him because he said, "What do you think I have that is not real?" And I started to get a little. I could feel myself breaking out of perspiration and say, "Please, I don't tell me what's wrong." But but
let me guess.
And it was that he was wearing a toupee, and he was embarrassed about it, and he's able to talk about it. And so, yes, wear it or no, don't wear it. He's free.
Do it if you're with the girl you're with Tita.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's ask Joe. He's wearing one. How do you feel about it, Joe?
One, will he lend it to me? I think he doesn't have a problem unless he dates them both at the same time. Then he's
got a problem that I'd like to have.
But if he goes out with one night and one the other night, he could take it off and on. Eventually, though, he's going to have to say, "Hey, see?
Here's the
Fooled
real
ya."
me.
You know, it never occurs to me that Sammy doesn't have a lot of hair. I mean, I just thought of it this moment because we're discussing hair pieces, but I never think of him without hair. I don't think women care that much.
Keep talking.
Men do.
Yes, men do.
Men care
It's
very
like
much.
women care about bosoms,
Yeah.
and men aren't.
Men care about hair a lot.
But I
Maybe
don't-
that's why Telly is so popular, because he's saying, that's it, that's the way I am, love me or leave me, and you love him, you know?
I left him.
All right, audience, what would you do, please, if you were in this situation? Vote now and let us know what you would do if you were this guy. Would you wear your toque all the time, no matter what? Would you leave it off all the time? Would you wear it when you're with the girl that likes it, or take it off when you're with the other person? Would you get, what was that special wig he had, a
I would
passion?
get the passion wig
The
that stays
passion
on
wig.
no matter what.
All right, we are ready with our audience response, and here it comes. 57% say half and half, wear it with the girl who likes it, don't wear it with the other one. 33% say keep it on your head at all times. Only 10% say give it up. So they are in agreement really with us up here, and they say, do your thing, be free. Wear it when you're in the mood and when you're with the girl who likes it. When you're with the other girl, take it off. That's our best advice from Take My Advice. We'll be right back right after this. Joey still has his toque on. No, he doesn't wear a toque. Our next letter is from a woman from Hermantown, Minnesota, and she writes, Dear Kelly, my two best friends, John and Ann, have been married for 15 years. The other day they had a very serious fight, and they left each other for one night. Now they are back together and happy, but both of them feel guilty about it, and here's why. John told me, in confidence, that he was with another woman after the fight.
Now you're telling the world.
Yes. And to my surprise, Ann told me she is ashamed because she was with another man. Neither of them know they did the same thing, and they're both having terrible guilt pangs. Should I tell each one separately about the other so they won't feel so guilty anymore, or should I bite my tongue? Lee, what do you think this
For one night, they had
lady
a lot of
should
action
do?
that night.
Bite her tongue. Say nothing, stay out of it, there's no way you can win, and that's it from your corner. Joey?
Yeah, don't say anything. All she could do is get in trouble. Besides, unless it was pre-planned,
What did they do?
how can they have a fight and go out and both get a date? What
In
time
one
did they
night,
fight?
they both
Noon?
got lucky. I
Must
mean,
have had a fight at noon. You fight at 10 o'clock, you go out, you go get a date, 10 o'clock at
And
night.
tell her, and they both told her.
They both told her because they're her best friends. Do you think maybe, what do you think, Tita?
do you want to hear about the night I left Sammy?
Yes.
Yes.
Shall I tell it?
If you can
Yes.
tell it in 40 seconds.
Sammy and I had a terrible row once in New York, and it was after the theater, about 1:15 in the morning, and I said, well, I don't have to stay here. I'm leaving. And I ran to the bedroom to pack my little things, and I thought surely he's going to run after me and say, oh, sweetheart, forgive me. No, I hear nothing, so I now go with my suitcase into his dressing room and say, well, that's it. I'm leaving.
Giving him another chance to say, darling, don't leave, of course.
I'm now at the front door, and I pull the door, slam it shut, expecting him to race down the hall and say, forgive me, darling. Now I'm in the elevator, now I'm in the street. No Sam, nothing. Now I don't know where to go. I called the Pierre, no rooms. I called the Regency, no rooms. I called my very best friend who lived on 79th. We have an apartment on 68th.
Male or female?
Male. It was really an old buddy, bachelor buddy of Sam's.
Faster.
So I said, oh, Ben, can I... Oh, now I got Ben in trouble.
Oh, Ben, can I? Go ahead.
Can I please come up and stay with you? I had a terrible fight with Sam. He said, sure. Now it's about 1:30, 1:45. I get to my friend's apartment, and he says, go away, I've got somebody in here. I thought you were kidding. I had to go back home. I had nowhere to go. So he won. And then when I got home, it was about 4:30, because I wouldn't go home till I thought he was really worried. I went home and he was asleep.
But nobody was there. Nobody was there.
No.
So you were not in the same situation.
He didn't even know I wasn't there.
Thank goodness, though. You were not in this same situation. What would you do, Tita, if you were this lady?
I can't imagine getting that. I mean, I didn't even have a room to get to, let alone find someone to share it with.
All right. Would you keep your mouth shut, too, or would
Absolutely, yes.
All right. Sammy?
There was a song called Once I Had a Secret Love. That's what I would do about this. Keep it very, very secret. If you really want to help somebody, don't help them.
You don't think even maybe telling each one, hey, forget it, don't make a big deal?
No, the friend can only lose.
That's right. You
Everybody can lose. All right, audience, you let us know how you feel about this. Vote, please. Push the buttons in front of your seats and tell us what you would do if you were this lady who knew the awful truth about your two best friends and what they did on the one night that they had a fight with each other. Our audience is ready now with its reaction. Didn't take very long to vote. 14% said they'd tell on them.
Tell on them.
10% said they'd tell the couple to forget it, maybe trying to ease their guilt without going the whole way. 76% say nothing at all. They are with us, and that is our best advice from Take My Advice. We are all in agreement, which is very, very rare on this program. So we'll take a break on that note and come right back. Absolutely heartless, never chased after her. That's terrible.
Can I ask a question? I've written 200 letters to this program. Why don't I have my letter read?
We can't use your letters because...
How about giving me my stamps back?
This one comes from an angry husband from North Hollywood, California, and he writes, Dear Kelly, my wife is hooked on shoes, and I mean hooked. She has several hundred pairs. Now that's bad enough, but also she won't put them away. They're all over the house, and when I'm not stumbling over them, I'm spiked when I sit down on a chair. The only place I haven't found shoes yet is in the refrigerator. Of course, we're always 2 hours late whenever we have to go someplace because she can never find two that match. I need help. Should I make her pick up her shoes every day and keep them the heck out of my way, or should I put my foot down on her shoe mania? Lee Grant.
I don't know.
Do you?
I don't know. Ask Joey.
Joey, what would you do
Well,
if
200
Lee had...
pair were lying around, you know, they've been lying around for a long time because at best you can wear 3 pair a day, right? If you change your shoes 3 times a day.
Well,
so
Dapper Dan, you change 3 times a day.
She has a lot of shoes, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would tell her to pick them up. I mean, I don't know what to do in a situation like that.
Well, you leave your clothes over every place.
I leave my clothes over. I don't know.
We noticed that. Your dressing room, you've only been here for 17 minutes and your dressing room
There's no place to sit.
What would you do
I
if
would
you
tell her to pick him up, I guess.
Pick him up. Okay.
Straighten your life out a little bit.
Yeah, tidy up. Lee, what do you think?
I don't know. I would just say that she doesn't have enough to, you know, think about or occupy her. If she's so hung up on shoes, you know, it's like a fetish. You know, she's so into shoes and her feet and what to put on them, and you know.
You know what I
Then there's
think?
something neurotic.
She's got a terrible fetish, but I think he forgot to say she has 3 feet.
I think it's a very deep psychological sexual disturbance. I
So
don't
she
think we
should
can
get outside
figure it
help.
out.
You're with Lee, who says there's a quirk here that is
A
not all
quirk?
quite right in Denmark, as
A
it were.
quirk, did you say? 200 pairs of shoes?
Several hundred pairs.
And
we don't know
all
how many.
around, she wants to see those openings everywhere, you see. I think...
Will you stop?
No, it's true.
Tita has 400 pairs of shoes.
But I don't show any of them. You have to know me very well before I show you my shoes.
Audience, please help us. Jump in and vote and get me out of this. What would you do if you were this man who had a wife who had all of these shoes, and they not only were in existence in his house, but they were scattered all over the place? We are ready. It didn't take our audience long to make up its mind about this predicament. 25% said no more shoes, cut off her shoes. 58% said, along with Joey, make her tidy up, tell her to put them under the bed. 17%, only 17% said get outside help. So our audience doesn't think it's a serious problem, where you two women do. Think about it.
First thing you should do is try them on, though.
If the shoe fits, stay with us and we'll be right back.
If you're 18 years of age or over and you'd like to submit a letter and win a prize, send it to Take My Advice, Post Office Box 6729, Burbank, California 91510. Letters chosen for use on the program will be subject to editing and revision at the discretion of the producer. All letters submitted become the property of the producer for all purposes. Employees of NBC and the production company or members of their families are not eligible.
Back, and while we were gone, we found out we have a shoemaker in the audience who knows that lady in North Hollywood with all those shoes, and he's going to discuss it further with us. You'll be hearing from us out there.
And move into her neighborhood, too.
Here is the last bit of advice from Take My Advice. It's a way to save a little bit of money. First of all, don't buy thousands of pairs of shoes. Go around the house and replace light bulbs with smaller ones, bulbs that use less watts, except, of course, when you really need bright lights for reading or sewing or whatever. But generally, dim down is what we're saying, and your electric bill will be cheaper every month. Not bad?
Very good.
And good for the energy crisis.
Very good.
I like
That's
that.
right.
And you can shut the lights off altogether, too, if you live in the dark.
You can shut the lights out altogether,
And get a
says
scene
Joey,
by
and that's
dog,
not
yeah?
bad either. That can be fun. Thank you, Lee and Joey, for coming.
Kelly.
Thank you, Tina
Thank you,
and
Joey.
Sammy.
Thank you.
And thank you out there. See you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, because you deserve it. Bye-bye now.
People whose letters are used on Take My Advice this week will receive a color television set. And someone in our studio audience will win Timex electric watches for men and women, the easy-to-read electric watches that never need winding. Timex electric, beautifully styled, sensibly priced. The Double-A cookbook with over 4,000 recipes each with calorie count. Also the Double-A desk dictionary for home, school, and office furnished by Doubleday. And new House in Bloom plant care products. The convenient mistake-proof way to make houseplants grow hardier, stay healthier. New, easy-to-use House in Bloom.